The absolute value of a number is just the positive version of that number. Basically, if you want the absolute value of a positive number, the answer is just that number unchanged. If you wanted the absolute value of a negative number, the answer is simply that number multiplied by -1 to make it positive. Absolute value can also be thought of the distance a number is from 0 on the number line. While positive 3 is obviously 3 units away from 0, negative 3 is still also 3 units away as well. Absolute value and distance work so well together because they both can't be a negative number. House A is not -3 kilometers away from House B, nor is the absolute value of -3 equal to -3. If I wanted to find the distance between House A and House B in a formula, I would say the distance is equal to the absolute value of A minus B. Without the use of absolute value in this formula, it is possible to get a negative distance if House B was sitting on a greater number than House A, which just doesn't make sense. The understanding of absolute value is only improved after looking at the graph y is equal to the absolute value of x. It is exactly the same as y equals x, except the negative side is flipped to become positive. When taking the absolute value of a variable, things can be slightly more confusing. X could either be a positive number or it could be a negative number, and these two things are treated very differently. We must somehow mathematically say that we don't do anything when it's positive, and we make it positive when it's negative. To do this, we say when x is greater than or equal to 0, which is just saying when x is positive, the absolute value of x is just equal to x. Now we must say that when x is less than 0, or when x is negative, we must multiply it by -1 in order to make it positive. So when x is less than 0, the absolute value of x is equal to -x. The negative sign makes it look like we're making it negative, but in fact, we know that x is a negative number by itself, which is why when we say -x, we are actually talking about getting a positive number, the whole point of absolute value.